If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Loves and Robes subscribers and followers. Backup plans. 4 of them. Yeah, I guess we need to talk about backup plans. You know, what if something happens that goes wrong that we have to have a contingency plan for? You know, it wasn't that long ago I talked about failure wasn't an option. Well, it's not an option. I mean, this is our home. But that doesn't mean that things can't go wrong, that we need to rethink how we need to have a backup plan to deal with these things. And so, and we do. We've discussed a few backup plans. So I'll get right into this. Number one, what happens if the truck has a problem? You know, being way out here, or even while we're transporting the camper while we're going to the next location, and we got to take the truck in for repairs. Well, there's actually a fairly simple solution. It's a two-part solution, though. That's the big thing. And so, if the truck has a problem, we're going to go and get a U-Haul truck. And I actually said this to one person on Facebook, and they thought it was a pretty good idea because that was one of the biggest fears. What if their vehicle breaks down? You can go get a U-Haul truck, and you can go and take that camper to a location near the spot where your truck is to get repaired. So, you know, even if you have to pay for a campsite just to get through this hiccup. So anyway, you go get a U-Haul truck, and then you go and get a camper. Or I'm sorry, then you take a camper to the campsite. Now, you may have to get a taxi, or you may have to figure out how to get to the U-Haul place, those kind of things. But, you know, you just deal with those situations as they come. When I was, the funny thing about backup plans, when I was running my own company, I had to travel all over the country. And I always had this backup plan that if the car ever broke down while we were traveling, I would call a car rental place because they'll come and pick you up. I'm not sure I can use their name because, you know, I don't want to advertise for them. I mean, I'm not sure I can, so I just won't. But they'll come pick you up. So that was always my backup plan, that if something happened to the car while I was traveling the country as a business person, that I would call this company, they come pick me up. Well, apparently they don't come and pick you up after 5 p.m. on Sunday. The rest of the week, 24 hours a day, except that day. Well, it was 6:03 when my vehicle, it was a Chevy Cavalier, broke down. And I was stuck in the middle of Iowa in January. On the side of the road. And I don't, you know, this Iowa town, it was just so small. So, called home, asked my wife to, my ex-wife now, to call the rental company to come pick me up. No big deal. Had the plan all figured out. Well, again, they didn't pick it. So she had to come up. She had to drive up all the way up to Iowa and come get us. And my daughter was with me. She was learning some skill. You know, she was homeschooled, so we were using these opportunities as homeschooling lessons. But anyway, she came up and got us. Made this story a lot longer. My point to this is backup plans don't always work, so you'll have to, you know, try to figure things out as you go along. So yeah, but we'll get a U-Haul truck, you know, a little pickup truck, to move the camper, and then we'll go get a rental car to, you know, drive around until the truck is fixed. Our truck is fixed. Hope that makes sense. Number 2, weather. Weather can change your plans pretty quick. As we've learned recently, you know, there's hurricanes. And this one doesn't seem like a big one, but you got to have different plans. I mean, and I'm not complaining, please don't think I'm complaining, but we've had to change our plans pretty significantly because of these hurricanes. Again, I'm not complaining. I recognize there's tragic events going on down in Florida and Texas, and my heart goes out to them. You know, we have put up links so folks can donate to help the victims. So we're not complaining. We're talking about backup plans. So anyway, but the thing is weather can change your plans, and it significantly changed our winter plans. We're not even sure if Florida is still an option. We may have to rethink the whole thing. We're not sure. So we're having to come up with backup plans. And what are we going to do? Well, that all depends on what these hurricanes are doing. You know, Irma is still kind of being angry right this moment, so we're waiting it out, and then we're just going to figure out what we're going to do after that. But don't be so rigid on your plan that this is the only thing you can do. Reservations, if you're going to pay for campsites, you know, can they be canceled? Are you going to get paid? You know, you get money back for them. A lot of campsites don't give refunds. So make sure that you have a plan that isn't going to cost you a bundle, a backup plan that isn't going to cost you a bundle. Be flexible. So, but weather does change plans quite a bit. It's gotten cold here, and I've talked about that in one of my other videos. But it's gotten cold here. So, you know, we're going to have to move eventually, because it's getting to the point where we don't want to spend that kind of money on propane. So we're going to have to continuously work on our campsite backup plan because of weather. So anyway, number 3, and this one's not important to everybody, I wouldn't think. I don't know, maybe. Internet. But, you know, us being digital nomads, internet is a big one. And the reason I bring up internet and having a backup plan is our truck is our internet. It provides OnStar. I've said this many times in several other videos. OnStar provides our internet. I don't have to have the whole OnStar package. It's only $20 a month to get AT&T data through our truck. So our truck provides the internet. Well, if the truck is in the shop and we don't have internet, you know, we get a rental car, doesn't mean that we're going to have internet. We'll be out of internet because the phone, it's rarely got internet. I really can't stand that service, but it rarely has internet. So I have to figure out how to get internet. Well, that's easy. You can go to Walmart and you can buy these little boxes. I'm not even sure what they're called, and I'm not going to get into that. But you can buy these little boxes for, I think, $50, $25, and you can get these plans. You can get them through Verizon. Anyway, different plans, and you spend $50 on the box and $50 on the plan. Yeah, you're up to $100, but it's a backup plan, so you still have your internet. So it's not the optimal solution, but remember, you got to have a backup plan for these things. Just like the truck, it's not optimal to go out and get a U-Haul truck, and it's going to cost you money, but that's just the way life is. Okay, number 4, and the only reason I'm bringing this one up is because it's asked so many times. What are we going to do if something happens to the camper? Well, you know, I guess it's just like anything else. If your home is damaged, you're going to have a plan for that, a backup plan. Well, we do have a small backup plan, but we can actually just go get a topper for the back of our truck, and we can sleep in the back of the truck. And then we can go look for another pop-up camper. They're not very expensive on Craigslist. So, I mean, if the thing is just completely destroyed and there's nothing we can do to salvage it, yeah, we'll just go on Craigslist and get another one. They're not horribly expensive. This one was $650. So, but yeah, we'll get a topper for a temporary solution for the back of the truck, and that's where we'll sleep. So, now like I said earlier, I'm only bringing this one up because I'm asked so many times about it. So, anyway, that is 4 of our backup plans in case something goes wrong. You may want to come up with your own. You might want to use some of ours. I don't know. The internet one, I'm not sure you actually need a backup plan, but we do. So, anyway, Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Quick like if you like the video, and happy travels.